uh, I had a ton of extra stuff. I just kind of kept them all. And pretty much when I bought a house, I started, I just made this the designated room to put all the game stuff in.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Doshi, and today we are going to have a game room tour with the Brett, aka Rupee Collector 64. You guys may have seen him on Instagram. He is a Nintendo 64 enthusiast, loves Nintendo. My brother, Thank you for having us over today.
No problem, man. Glad we could finally make it happen. It's been a long time in the making.
For sure. For the audience, tell us a little bit about this game room.
Kind of started off just with this Zelda stuff. I had all these Zelda games and consoles growing up. I just kind of kept them all, and I always had a lot of games growing up. I had a lot of GameCube games, and pretty much when I bought a house, I started. I just made this the designated room to put all the game stuff in. I originally had like a gaming computer in there, and I would play games in here all the time. But then I started getting these bookshelves and filling it with games, and yeah, that's pretty much where I started. But I ended up getting a lot of stuff, just fell in my lap. I got these display cabinets for free from my grandmother, believe it or not. So once I had them here, I kind of just started filling everything out.
Right. And your Zelda stuff, right? How long have you been collecting for, you say?
Probably like 20 years now at this point, because I used to like one of these Ocarina of Times, or it's one of these is my childhood one. So I was born in 94, so I probably had it since I was like 6 or something, something crazy like that. I'm 30 now, so I've been collecting it as long as I can remember, mainly just Zelda. I had a lot of other games, but I wasn't specifically collecting for it, just Zelda.
And your love for the collecting came from like you playing the game? Is it like your favorite characters? Like what about Zelda just like gets you excited for?
I don't know, that the series is just so good. I don't know, it out of every game ever, it's definitely the most nostalgic. Like even just the music, like the Ocarina of Time theme song, intro music or whatever is, I don't know. I just remember it's one of the few games that I remember playing when I was like really young. So some of my like earliest memories were playing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker. I remember for Christmas, I wanted it really bad, and my parents couldn't get it because it was sold out everywhere. I think it was either sold out everywhere or it wasn't released yet. I forget when it released, but I got a note from my parents that it was coming. They were getting it in the mail or something. So I remember that because I was super bummed on Christmas that I didn't get it. So just early memories with Zelda mainly.
It's very dope. I don't think I've ever seen a collection with the one Nintendo game this beefy before.
Yeah, thank you.
You have anything sealed in here? Those NES boxes are super clean, by the way. I don't like those, are like minty, bro.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love those. The Adventure of Link is one of the Zelda 2, one of the best boxes ever. Also a really underrated game. Everyone hates it because it's super hard. That is a great game. Sealed, that Switch Lite is sealed. Since like the Switch, I started keeping a sealed copy. So I buy 2 copies most of the time. I'll get a sealed. A lot of times, different stores have pre-order bonuses. So what I'll do is I'll pre-order from 2 different places, so I get both, and then I keep one sealed. So like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Hyrule Warriors. I actually have a stack right here. A lot of those are sealed. That at some point I'm gonna send them in to get graded. I just never graded a game before, so I just haven't felt like dealing with it because I have to learn all that stuff about submitting it and stuff. So I've just been waiting out on that. But eventually I will do it.
Are you missing anything that has to go in this collection?
So I have pretty much every North American Zelda game, and most of them in Japanese too, besides Zelda's Adventure for Zelda CDI. So there's 3 of them. There's these 2, and then there's Zelda's Adventure. I'm missing Zelda's Adventure, which is the most expensive one. But yeah, that's really all I need. I just haven't felt like spending $1,000 on like a really notoriously bad game. So, but eventually I'll get it.
That's so dope, bro. And what right now, what's the most expensive Zelda item you do have in this case? Or like, which one is your absolute favorite piece? Because that Game Boy Pocket, that ice one is
So
pretty dope.
So that's my favorite. That was so hard to find. It went when I did get that, there was none online at all. I don't know if there still is. I remember a couple of years ago there was a graded one, and it was I forget how much it was. It was a lot. It was like 10 grand or something, and I always wanted it. And I got a really good deal on that. That's probably my favorite. The most expensive, I mean, believe it or not, I mean, if you don't include consoles, believe it or not, it's probably the Metroid Prime Wind Waker combo.
It's like a $700 combo, right? Just because of the cover art.
Just the cover.
There's nothing different.
There's absolutely nothing different. You're just paying for the paper. And they're heavily reproed. So there's a lot of fake ones out there, unfortunately. So even buying one is a little sketchy. But yeah, that's probably the most expensive one. That's why I have it right in the center. It's kind of iconic.
And what's this thing in the middle? That yellow clear, like what is that?
Oh, so this is a these were in Japan. So these would hold the cartridges. So they have another one. I think it's a Mario 64 one, and then there may be a Banjo one. You basically just put the cart in, and it's just supposed to look cool. There's these clips because I think another one flips on the back of it, and they kind of just slide down. I think they connect. I don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, this is just a cool looking little thing. So, but they were only released in Japan. But yeah, there's a Mario and a Banjo.
So that's official Nintendo.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Little obscure one.
That's pretty cool.
And I really like the obscure Nintendo stuff, like the weird promo stuff, especially Zelda. I like collecting that a lot.
Well, speaking of obscure, you have an entire Wii U kiosk.
I do.
In the core of your room. Like, you want to tell the audience a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that came up on Facebook Marketplace like 2 years ago, I think. And the guy wanted, I think, $800 for it. And I definitely didn't want to spend $800 on it. I try to, everything I get, I mean, sometimes I pay full price for plenty of stuff, but kind of with the kiosk and like any big stuff like this, I always try to get like a good deal on it.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of talked him down a little, and he was a reseller. So I convinced him to trade with me. I had a bunch of extra stuff laying around from buying and reselling from lots off Facebook Marketplace. So I gave him like $80 and a bunch of just leftover stuff that I had. And yeah, he gave it to me. It needed some work. It's still missing some pieces. Like it's missing the dome that went over the actual console. And there's normally like LEDs that run throughout it. I have some of the LEDs, but I don't have the box that it links to. So I kind of just ran my own LEDs. So it wasn't just blank. But yeah, I've been slowly adding pieces to it. So it's almost complete.
That's pretty sick, bro. That thing must have been a pain to get in this room, right?
Dude, I picked that up by myself and I got home and I couldn't get it in the door. So I literally had to wait outside until like one of my neighbors walked outside so I can flag them down, and they helped me get it in. But yeah, it was a pain. That's why it's on a towel still, just slide, so I can just slide it. Yeah. Same with this CRT. You can barely see the towel in there, but if you ever have to move it, that TV's over 500 pounds.
It's a beast.
No, beefy.
That's insane. I love that you just put LED lights all over the room.
Yep.
You know, it pops out. It's vibrant. It's nice. You know, it's a perfect like museum showcase.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. You know.
Thank you.
And I'm surprised that you have this. This is a Nintendo store display, right? Like
Yeah.
retail.
Yeah. So my friend Tyler got this for me for my birthday one year. So there was a Walmart that was going out of business, and he went there and they were selling everything on the floor was for sale. So he got this for me and he just dropped it off at my house, and I just put it together. And yeah, it's pretty sick. There's they all slide back so you can fit a lot of games. I normally swap games out so the display always looks different.
Mm-hmm.
There's even shelves on both sides of it. I put like DS games and stuff, games that I don't need to fully display, but I still need space for. So it's really, it actually, believe it or not, it saves me space, even though it's massive.
Yeah, I mean, you use like the shelving and stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
it looks really clean. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know, like something about organization that I love, but like I love that you put the 64 games on top.
Yeah.
GameCube, you have a section also like the games that you displayed are really fun games. Like,
Oh yeah.
rare. In fact, you got Go Hyper Grind. Was that like a $500 game?
Yeah, it's something like that. That thing's expensive now, which it's not even a very good game, but it is cool. I like the art style a lot, the cover art. A lot of games I just like the cover art on these, but yeah, these are like probably my favorite games for the consoles for the most part. I interchange them all the time. So, but yeah, I like that you can kind of switch it up.
The flex.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom banner, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Crazy, like
fits perfect right there, dude. That's not, those normally went on the top of whatever they have there. It is not supposed to go there. There's a little opening on both sides there that it perfectly fits it in there. It's unbelievable.
Where'd you get the banner from?
Walmart. Just asked them once they I don't want to give away the sauce, but if you go to the store, like it really depends on what the game is, but go there like a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks after, and just ask one of the employees there. A lot of times they're going to tell you no. They just throw it out. They just don't want you to have it. But sometimes you get lucky and they give it to you. That's how I've gotten all these displays, pretty much, like all the cardboard displays at least.
Yeah, that 3DS one is sick.
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's a really cool one. I like the 3D.
That's a nice cutout.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm actually that one.
Yeah, that one is sick. I like the Target Tears of the Kingdom and cap tops a lot. I got 2 of them, which they're pretty sick looking. It looks good on top of it. I had that there before I had the actual Wii U sign, because when I got the kiosk, it didn't have that, so that replaced that for the longest time.
It looks perfect. It fits perfect.
Yeah,
I know. And honestly, like the way that you have your room set up, it's not cluttered.
Yep.
Everything's in their respective space.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite thing about this room are those 64s, the Funtastics, and that case.
The Funtastics are, I don't know, they're like the coolest thing I feel like that have ever come out for video games. They're so cool. Curious if you noticed the one thing that's off about the cabinet.
I don't.
You don't? You don't see it?
Besides that controller?
Not the smoke. So I have the smoke gray up there on the trim, but that's actually a LodgeNet controller, they're called. So they used to be in hotels. So the cable for that, if you look in the bag, it's a phone, and it's super long. So they were for hotel services. So the console, I believe the console itself wasn't even in the room. They had some other room that the controller plugged into the wall, and it would go back to that, and you would use it to control the TV and play games.
How do you even get something like that?
To be honest, I don't even know. I don't even remember I got that. I have no clue. I have another one, so I have 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have 2. But the other one I think is, I don't know if it's working. I don't remember, something about it. I have it in storage somewhere. I have some other stuff in storage.
Would you complete the 64s? I know you cannot fit those boxes in that case, but like,
Oh,
would you complete those 64s, or would you get like a second pair of 64s to keep that display the same? Like, if you came across a box of these Fantastics, how would you display it?
it's a good question because I want them all. I have the grape in there. I have the Fantastic Grape there.
Yep.
The goal is to get them all eventually, but honestly, I don't know if I could change this. I would probably display the boxes only somewhere else. I'd probably display them in there with all these N64 games, because eventually, when I have the full set, this is going to be all N64. That's the plan. That's why I got the controllers up there. It's like the N64 shrine.
It's a little overwhelming.
I know.
It's a lot.
I'm not even that close to the set either, which sucks because there's so many. I mean, this is full, like all in the back. There's 3 stacked, and then so there's a lot. There's a lot of N60, but it's probably the least intimidating set to go for.
Right, the library isn't that big.
Yeah, it's for this,
and I think the games are like pretty affordable for the most part, right? Like,
yeah,
historically, a box I think is like an $80 game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
there's a lot of cheap games. There's not that many heavies either. Like there's a decent amount of like $200 to $400 games, but the big ones, the grails, there's really not that many, but it's doable. So,
and speaking of grails, you have the top 5 most expensive games in this, like within like the top 5 most expensive, right?
Yeah, I have Worms and Bomberman are definitely up there. They got to be top 5, and then those are complete. So Bomberman, I won in a raffle for $5, believe it or not, which was actually unbelievable that I won that. It's the luckiest thing I've ever. It was the best thing I ever won. I got 1 spot in it, $5 raffle. I won it. Yeah, that was crazy. Clay Fighters. My plan is to finish the set and get it complete, and then I'll get the box and manual. I'll be like Mort.
Yeah, like Mort.
I'll be like Mort. Get the manual last. Spend $3,000 on a manual last. A manual came up the other day for like $1,600, and I thought about it, and I was like, I can't do it.
So it's a funded collection like this. Do you resell?
Yeah, I do resell. I slowed down a little bit because I had a kid, so I haven't been going as hard. But yeah, I used to buy a lot of lots. I do a lot of upgrades. So I'll upgrade. A lot of times I'll get a game. Say I get an N64 game cheap, like complete. I'll get it even if it's kind of beat, just to get like a really cheap, good deal. And then I just upgrade it, and then I sell that for more than what I bought it for. And it's just worked really good. I raffle stuff off occasionally, but yeah, so I do resell.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not as much as you.
It funds a collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with investing some money.
Oh yeah,
because it doesn't really come out of pocket.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a nice little side hustle to fund it.
Oh yeah.
What you call it? Besides the Zeldas, you do have a decent amount of Pokemon on the shelf right here, right?
Yep. Yeah, there is. I've been wanting all of them complete in box. There's so many Pokemon games. It's overwhelming. Like you can see here on the side that I have like a bunch of DS and 3DS ones, like kind of random, like mystery dungeon ones. There's so many of them. So my goal is to get all the main series ones. There's a lot, but I still have a lot to go. And that started, I had like a lot of these loose ones in here I already had from when I was a kid. And I love Pokemon too, but like Sapphire is one of my favorite games of all time. But I got the yellow, and originally this collection in here, I just had the yellow and that Game Boy, because that was also mine as a kid, and my Sapphire. And then I just kind of wanted all the Pokemon. So I don't know. It's a good series. The value on them is crazy.
You offer Pokemon bucks?
Yeah, I eventually want it. A buddy of mine has one for sale right now. But it's like last on my priority. Right now, I want to finish the N64 set.
Mm.
So I'm trying not to get anything else before that. But yeah, I'll circle back to Pokemon. There's just so many. They're expensive, but I'll get them eventually.
Better than me. You're going for the complete ones. I'm just getting the cartridges.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of them?
Got 90.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, I got about 90. If not, like probably like between like 85 and 90, I believe.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's still it's a lot. It is. And I do feel like in the audience, you guys can correct me in the comment section, but my personal opinion, when that analog 64 comes out,
Oh yeah,
I think prices are gonna rocket again. Because now the games are in demand. Because now we have there's no other console to play 64 game on.
Yeah.
So I feel like the demand would increase prices dramatically.
I know. That's why I've been hustling on that.
You guys let me know if you guys agree on that statement, because if anything, you guys should start buying 64 games now to be better prepared, because those prices are going to surge.
Yeah,
Just my opinion.
don't think the prices are crazy now just because 64 was cheap. 64 was dirt cheap a couple of years ago. Don't think it's going to just go down, because you never know. Stuff like that will definitely inflate the market.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. No one's playing 64 right now. The analog comes out, oh, I want to play my games at 4K.
yeah,
They're going to,
yeah,
go
definitely.
crazy for it, for sure. And also the new generation that doesn't have a 64.
Yeah,
Because these people don't have HDMI converters.
yeah,
The systems are broken, right?
exactly. They're going to want to play their childhood games.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to see how that goes,
me too. I got one pre-ordered. Can't wait to get it. They're a great company.
I still got to get mine.
You got to get yours?
Got to get mine. I didn't pre-order it.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's risky.
I know.
That's
I'm
risky.
gonna deal with all the scalpers, guys.
Yeah.
All the scalpers.
Risk.
You guys hate me for being a reseller, but I'm not a scalper.
Yeah.
I would never.
There's nothing wrong with being a reseller.
No, not at all. Everyone hates me. Comment section. I love you too.
Yeah.
This Nintendo 64 coffee table though, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
That's like the best piece in the whole room.
first thing I see when I walk in here
Yeah.
is that table.
Yeah. I love that when you open the door, it's right in your face.
Centerpiece.
Yep.
Perfectly. And you have the TV displayed,
Yep.
the Ocarina of Time on the side,
Had to. The essential. Diehawks controller.
and these magnets. Like,
Yep.
what year did these come out?
I think they're like 90. Oh, look, that's so funny. That's a coaster magnetic. They're magnets. So these are 97.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but those are pretty cool. I got those all together for pretty cheap, and I never saw them before. There's so much random old Nintendo toys and promo items and stuff that I never heard of or seen. They just randomly pop up. Yeah, I got a good deal on those. Those are pretty cool.
Out of every single thing you have here, what's the most expensive item you own? Not what you paid for it, what you own.
Damn, that's hard.
Not the kiosk either, because I know
Yeah,
kiosk,
kiosk doesn't count.
regular would be like the most expensive.
Huh. That's
Trick question, right?
it might be. I mean, it's probably Bomberman. I don't know which one's worth more, Bomberman or Worms. I think Bomberman is. I could be mistaken. I got a pretty good deal on Worms, so I don't know what the market price is for right now, but those are probably expensive because those are 1,000 plus. Yeah, that's probably. I don't have anything like, like 10 grand statues or anything, but yeah, that's probably the most expensive.
And your rarest piece
Rarest piece.
that you like, don't see ever, or like, everyone, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like hidden from online.
The Ice Blue Zelda Game Boy Pocket is really rare. I don't see those pop up very often. I know there was just a video, it might have been Retro Rick ran into one, but I don't see that very often at all. Yeah, that's probably the rarest. I have like this thing's pretty rare. I don't know. At the time I got this, there was none online. So this, and I'll show it to you. This is like the most random thing ever. But so this is a Mexico exclusive shampoo bottle that was promotional for Oracle of Seasons and Ages, Seasons and Ages. So there's 3 colors. There's a white one. I think it's blue and a red one. I don't know. But at the time I got this, I don't know if it's still the case. I had never seen one of these ever.
That was hilarious. And it actually looks really nice.
Yeah. So this is like a game. You got to get the balls on the little things. But yeah, it's got no shampoo in it. But didn't think I needed it.
Probably be worth more.
Probably worth more of shampoo. I'll fill it with some regular shampoo and just flip it.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah, but realistically, probably that ice blue is, that's really rare. Like there's some expensive stuff, like even the Metroid Wind Waker is, it's really expensive and it's rare, but you can readily get it on eBay. Ice blue, you can't.
Do you have any Nintendo Power exclusive items by chance?
Oh, I have this.
So I feel like that's something that you would have.
I have these came from Nintendo Power.
Oh, you got the sleeve.
Got this, and I got stuff hidden around. I got this. I do have. Oh no, this is it. It's not Nintendo Power. This is pretty cool. It's like an old original. Oh, it is Nintendo Power. Look at that. Legend of Zelda. It's another one of those like weird water games. Apparently they were obsessed with making.
I used to play with those as a kid too. It had the fish and the rings and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Press the buttons, they fling them out.
Yeah. So I have a big collection of Nintendo Powers, which currently looking for a way to display them. I need like a magazine rack that really displays them well, but I have them right here. So I have a ton of them. Originally, I was just getting all the Zelda guides. So these are like all guides and all that stuff. I was getting all the Zelda Nintendo Powers, and then it just grew into getting a ton of Nintendo Powers. I have like so weird old Nintendo Powers. Very cool magazine. This okay. What's cool about this? Have you ever seen the Game Boy camera?
Yes.
I have over here somewhere, but so I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's a gold one it's a Zelda one.
Yeah.
And it's worth a lot of money now. But this, you got it through Nintendo Power, and this is actually article.
Oh, yeah, it's all merchandise.
Yeah, this is where it showed it off.
Do you mind showing the camera just a little bit?
Yeah, which a lot of people probably never seen that. But yeah, so that thing's pretty cool. Some old like Zelda comics, which there were Zelda comics. There weren't that many. They're pretty valuable now. But yeah, and then just a ton of random Nintendo Powers. Nintendo Powers always had like the coolest artwork. They even got like these are Nintendo Power. They're just different ones with cool kind of. This is they were calling what is it? Link's Awakening? Why am I blanking? Link's Awakening. They were calling it Zelda 3.
Oh wow,
which it's not called Zelda 3, obviously, but yeah. So they used to promote it as Zelda 3 before they had a name for it. This is a weird old retro play. It doesn't even look like it.
No,
it's for Ocarina of Time. But yeah, I mean, I have a ton of guides. These are all the Zelda guides.
Very nice and clean too.
Yeah. I tried to get a lot on the clean side. Eventually, when I started, I didn't care that much about condition. I care a lot more now. At first, I was like, I had all this room and I was getting excited. So I wanted to get everything. So I would just try to get a good deal and I'll just clean it up later. But yeah, I have a lot of guides and stuff that are clean. But yeah, big collection of those. I would love to display them. I've been looking for something good for a long time that doesn't take up a ton of room. Try to keep it so you can actually walk in here. It's it's not a giant room, so I got to kind of keep it organized.
Correct.
Yeah,
And you have a McDonald's Mario Kart display.
I do.
That's random, but super dope at the same time. Where do you even get that at?
So I believe it or not, won this in a raffle for $5.
$5 raffle.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
You gotta put me onto these raffles.
I'm gonna put you on it because I get lucky. I do get lucky. Yeah, so I was really hyped on this. But this is just a placeholder. This is gonna go at some point. The goal is to have the amiibo kiosk right here, surrounded by all the amiibos. So the amiibos, I have pretty much all the Zelda amiibos. A lot of them are in that display cabinet in the back. I have some scattered around here. But the goal is to get all the Super Smash Bros. Amiibos, which these are all Smash Bros. All of these. There's a lot, but I'm still missing. I gotta be missing 20 still, which that roster is unbelievable with how big it is. So they've been reprinting some of the older ones. So now when they come up, I just buy them because the reselling those is kind of expensive.
Do you buy this stuff online? Do you go to conventions for the most part for these items? Like, how do you source most of your obscure stuff?
Obscure stuff, definitely online. They just pop up occasionally. I'll find something at a thrift store or like consignment shop. There's not that much around here, because I'm on the East Coast. There's
It's not an abundance of anything.
Yeah, there's not much. So I get a lot online. I used to shop a lot on eBay. I do less now. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for like collectors. I follow some Instagram pages that kind of sell. They either resell a lot of stuff or they resell like rare stuff. People that specialize in stuff, like people that specialize in just Zelda stuff. Like there's stuff that you get for Zelda that you're just not going to find where you need to find the actual collectors. So that's where I kind of get a lot of stuff.
Where do you tell yourself, I'm going to draw the line? Because of course you don't want this to be crowded storage.
Yeah.
You want it displayed properly, but like, would you sell the old stuff out with the old in with the new? Like, where do you tell yourself enough is enough?
That's hard. I don't even know. So like now I'm at a point where I don't really like selling stuff in my collection. Like if it's in my collection, it's in my collection. If I have stuff, like I have stuff in a storage bin, that stuff I'm just gonna sell. If it's not making the display for the most part, I'm gonna sell it. Like there's some stuff, like there's random stuff in here that will probably be sold at some point, but for the most part, everything in here I'm gonna keep. Like this pop wall, see, I'm not really into pops anymore. Those are gonna go at some point. But other than that, for the most part, everything in here is to stay. So I've been kind of more picky on what I've been getting. It's because, I mean, how much more can I realistically fit here?
Exactly. That's why I was wondering, because that's kind of like the question that you always have to ask yourself as a collector, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, when is it going to be considered too much, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not even finished with the set, whatever you're collecting, but it's just like, I already have such an overwhelming amount of items. You say you're not even close to finishing the 64 set.
Yeah.
But where else would you put it? Before you figure out where, the rest of the shelving.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's definitely going to have a space issue at some point. I'm definitely not expanding to another. I can tell you that. So I don't know. I'm going to have to get creative with it. At some point, it'll probably be stuff like I still have that corner where there's some space. I'm going to have to go to the ceiling with it. Like you can see, I've been pretty creative with some of the trim. So over there, I have all of the Zelda Majora's Masks right there. Over here, I have the trim. I have the N64. Those are all the Fantastic, minus the orange, fire orange.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have like the amiibos going across this and controllers over there. So I'm trying to make space of the entire room, not just the floor. So that's helping.
And as a collector, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you'll show off your displays of social media, right? Because now you become like a collector or influencer, right?
Yeah.
Just like Cake,
Yeah.
for example.
Shout out Cake.
Shout out to Cake.
That's Wizard Toad. He's the man. This whole place would have been robbed by now if it wasn't for him.
It's hilarious. Like, do you like actually come in here and play video games? Like, is this like,
Yeah. So for a while I didn't because I've been putting a lot of stuff in here, like Christmas presents, and just kind of throwing stuff in here just because it's convenient just to store it somewhere for now until I find a spot for it. So it hasn't looked like this for a little while. But yeah, the last couple weeks, I've been playing Ocarina of Time. Believe it or not, that's why it's on there right now. I've been playing that. I was playing on the big CRT, but I got the big CRT not too long ago, so I've been playing a lot of N64 on that. So yeah, I normally put some beanbag chairs right here, and I sit there, or this I have this like promo Donkey Konga chair. Sit there, play some mainly N64. Newer stuff I'll play out there in the living room, but yeah, I do play it. Not as much as I would like, but I do.
understood? I understand that for sure, you know. And what I also noticed is that you have jackets, shirts, clothing.
Yeah, so those, for the most part, I'll take it down. I'll show you. A lot of these are Zelda. So this was an Ocarina of Time promo jacket when the game was released. I forget what stores got them. These were for the employees. Pretty cool is it's made in Stamford, which is near where I am, which I never knew. But yeah, a lot of these are just promo shirts. A lot of them were Zelda. The promo for when games first came out. I do have. There's a cool. This is an N64 promo shirt. I believe this was also for employees only. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I got this, but that one's pretty cool. This is just a lamb shirt. That's not even anything. But yeah, these are just kind of, I don't really have a spot to put the shirts. So I kind of put them there. I really wanted to display this jacket because, I mean, this is like the sickest. This is like the sickest color. This is pretty rare too. This took me a while to find one. But yeah, I wanted to display it. So it's not fully displayed, but you can see it when it's in there. Hiding my Xbox games in the side there. The unforbidden, the forbidden Xbox side. It's in the Nintendo room.
That's crazy, bro. This room is phenomenal. And if you were to evaluate, right, give it a value, what do you think everything in this room is worth?
Oh, man.
Or how much would
it's I mean, it's got to be like 50 grand at least. The problem is yeah, I mean, it has to be.
And all these prices are fluctuating.
Yeah.
Single day, by every word that comes out of your mouth, these prices are changing.
Yeah. I mean, this cabinet alone, just the stuff in there, it got to be like almost 10 grand. Or like, like 7 grand or something.
It's insane.
I don't know if that's just eyeing it. I don't know.
And what would you say that you spent in total accumulative for this collection?
I mean, if it was, say it's worth 50 grand. We'll just say that number. I don't know. I probably like half that, if that.
Yeah.
20 grand.
I mean, that's a good investment.
Yeah.
Out of this.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff will go up in time. Some stuff probably plummet, but I just get stuff that I like. So even this N64 set, if I get a bunch of stuff that's crap, I still want the full set. I think that's really cool, and that is valuable in itself to have a full set. So even though you get some sports games that are like $10, when you have the full set, you need those crappy little games. Of course, you know.
And would you go for another set after 64?
I wanted to go for the Wii U set because
very easily,
it's the easiest one. It's the cheapest one. That is also the most underrated console ever. That console is amazing.
Yeah,
it is amazing. That's why when I got the kiosk, I was hyped because everyone no one likes the Wii U. No one really. I'm sure there's a community for the Wii U. The gamepad is so comfortable. Believe it or not, it looks crazy. I mean, it's literally what they wanted to do with the Switch before the Switch.
Yeah,
Like, you could.
it's a Wii.
Yeah,
With the Switch pad, right? Exactly.
it's not amazing. It doesn't ask for the best library, but I don't know, something about it. I love that console.
I love the blue on it. I think they did the right color for the cases, right? It's the only other, like, the blue on the cases is nice.
Yeah.
It stands out. That screen, like, yeah, that's a Wii U game. No matter where you go,
Yep.
you just see the case. Oh, that's a Wii U.
Yep. It looks good. It stands out. I love very underrated.
Surprised.
I'm telling you, those are going to be worth a lot of money. I guarantee it.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think that is the most slept on.
You don't see those in the wild either.
I know. Yeah, I know. No one has.
You would be so surprised how cheap they are.
Yeah, I know. It sold really bad because Nintendo's marketing on it. Switch 2, this name Switch 2 gives Wii U vibes, unfortunately. But I know the Switch 2 isn't going to do that. But
no, it's backwards compatible. You can't go.
Yeah. I think they learned the Wii U, but I don't know. That's going to go up. So maybe one day I'll finish that. We'll see. I'm not even close. I have like I don't even know. I have like the big box. I have more Wii U somewhere, but there's like, that's pretty much all I have. I have like probably 50 Wii U games.
That's still a decent amount, considering that there's only 100 or something of them. So.
Oh, really? It's that small? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's less than 200.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I will.
I think it was like one. I don't quote me on this. I think it was like 150, 160.
Oh yeah, I'll have the set. It's that small. I didn't know it's that small.
The most expensive game is probably like $100, $200, which could be a tie between Turbo or
Turbo.
Twilight. Not Twilight. Was it Twilight Princess HD?
That's like 100. That's only like 100. There's another one. Some random one. It was like the last game that was made for it. I don't know what it is. It's the one with the bald dude on the front. I forget the name.
No clue.
Yeah.
No clue. But like, no, it's within that range.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
Yeah, it's doable. Turbo, probably the most sought after game of all time.
Which is ridiculous.
Amazing.
What's the title is?
Yeah, Need Turbo. And Hello Kitty Racing. I think that one went up in value too.
It's insane. Yeah, you might as well start collecting now before those prices start skyrocketing. Yeah, and like I said, you have to forecast those games that are going to be expected to rise, because when it comes to rising, everyone complains, right?
Yeah, exactly. So get in now, so you don't have to complain when everything goes up.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I also blame all the resellers that are overcharging, like myself.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're a scumbag.
Always.
You and Phoenix Resale.
I love who we are.
Yeah.
Represent.
Yeah.
You guys try finding those games by yourself.
Oh yeah. Dude, nothing wrong with being a reseller.
Pay my bills.
People that complain about that are babies. You are a baby.
It says it. Also, from a collector's perspective.
Yeah.
Take it how you like it. But besides that, brother, this is an amazing room.
Thank you.
If you get any other cool pieces, where would people be able to see that?
You follow me on Instagram at rupeecollector64.
And I'll put his page on the description below. Click that, follow him. His room is sick. I remember when he did get the Game Boy Target Edition. I remember you saying, you were excited when you posted that. So that's what I put my eye on first when I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember you post on that.
Super excited about that one.
But besides that, yeah, brother, thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you checking it out.
For sure. And guys, that concludes this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Plug in Nostalgia with Doshi. I'll catch you all later.